EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Mahomes not wasting time. He'll throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes. Man open. That's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Looking deep downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher, and that's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. Touchdown! Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 24. A first down throw for Mills. And this one is incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mills. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mills on 1st down. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
He's got 1 touchdown pass already in this quarter. Obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chiefs have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. Powers through him. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 46 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. They're moving the football with relative ease on this drive.
Well, let's go ahead and tick off the numbers. Third play of the drive, 3 first downs. Yeah, I would say that's relative ease. Keep feeding him the ball. He's hungry.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now it's 2nd and 9. And they'll try to throw here. Mills. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you. And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Nice effort from Jalen Petrie getting to him behind the line of scrimmage. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there, because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They go play fake. Mahomes. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the route is on here in this first half. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
The Texans take over first down at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2nd and 11 at the 41. Mills. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. first down. Mills. That is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Burkhead. He is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Here's Pierce. Is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row. We're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
From the 39, Mills. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he is going to lose yardage here. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Final play of the half, Mills. And got his man in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded right at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans. At their own 27. Throwing, Mills. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately going to give the ball up. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. On play action, Mills. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said,
and he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah,
there he goes, right side. Touchdown, Houston. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. To throw, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
He's got the first down and more. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Desmond King picks it. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over first down at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Mills can't get away, and down he goes. Frank Clark, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Mills' throw taken in by Collins. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
A gain of 12 brings up third down and 8.
On third down, here's Mills. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
They go again with Pierce. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. To throw, Mills. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 20-yard line.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
They find some open field here. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 34.
63 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Big run here in the 4th as they continue to wear down this defense.
And that's when the offensive line coach clicks onto the headset and says, head coach, offense coordinator, let my guys fire out and hit people. We're wearing them down. Let's finish them off with the running game.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Chiefs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Butker now to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Chiefs 49, Texans 21.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one's pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Gain on the play brings up 3rd down and 9.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Mills. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, Mills. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Play fake. Mills
Out to his left. Looking left sideline. It's complete. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon.
Mills now looks to throw on 1st down. Swings this one out wide for Pierce.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
And they'll throw again. Here's Mills.
And he comes back with one complete. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Texans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. The CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3.
And now here is another interception.
And the Chiefs are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yellow. It's a gain of 20. First down, Kansas City.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Down to the 22-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Chiefs, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.